And welcome back to the SRQ Review. And once again, Bob and I are here today with Martin Hyde, candidate for Sarasota City Commission. So we're talking about all the different issues that the city's facing. And we've already talked
we're talking about things that he would like to see done maybe differently or approached differently or maybe done away with completely.
And I was going to say, but I don't think he's the only one with a lot of these things.
And over the break, we were talking about the parking issue, parking and paid parking. And you people out there know my position. I am vehemently opposed to paid street parking. Now, I will change up on that a little bit. When it comes to the garage parking, I don't really have an issue with that. It seems to me that if they want to charge me $1, somebody they're paying somebody to sweep the floor, they're paying somebody
there's cost with it
to work,
get paid for somehow.
Fix the elevator and things like that. I don't really have a problem with it. But on the street, those dopey, hokey machines that they're going to put in, yeah, fine, you can pay with an app. But as Martin was talking about during the break, if you're going to charge me a couple dollars to park my car, I'm not going downtown to pick up a bagel anymore for 45 cents. I'm not going there.
Well, it is a regressive tax. It's one which you're putting a disadvantage again on top of people that are already at a distinct disadvantage. By definition, you're not going to get the same volume of potential customers when you're on Main Street or Palm or State Street. We're talking about a destination. We want to make it an enjoyable experience. I can remember my date of birth, my social security number, but I probably can't remember the number of the parking bay that I just parked in, which is typically how you go to the thing and you tell it what you want. They talk about smart meters. They're not that smart. They can't read my mind and know whether I've got change or my credit card will work if I'm from out of town, and it comes up as fraud when you try to use it in a meter in Sarasota when I'm from Michigan. So it's a flawed system. It's a flawed system because we don't need it. As a generator of revenue, it's been proven to be, again, a few grains of sand on the beach. It's not a huge amount of money, not relative to everything else. We waste an awful lot of energy. No one can explain to me why they would want to take any risk, as to the downtown merchants. The fact is that overwhelming majority of the merchants don't want it. And the reason they don't want it is that they understand business. They understand that they can't take the opportunity or the chance to be in any way indifferent. It'd be like standing around at the door of your establishment and saying, "What do you want?" Charging for parking is nickel and diming. It's bad for the people, as you said, who want to buy a bagel or a coffee in a small independently owned coffee shop. But it's more than that. It's an attitude. It's a sense of, the city doesn't own the streets. The taxpayers own the streets. The streets are already paved. The streets are already there. The cost of parking is about enforcement. It's first come, first served. If I'm parked there, you can't park there. That's the way it is. I don't see a problem with that. We can move people on. We can stop people hogging it. I'm okay with that too. But as to doing something that we've done 3 times now, I've laughed about it, but it is true. It's like marrying the same person for a 4th time. They shouldn't give you a marriage certificate. They should send you straight to a mental health institution.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, very good. You and I are in total agreement on parking.
Well, I just want to make one comment because I do think he said something very powerful there when you're talking about the merchants. Why would they do anything that would take a chance? We could argue about what that risk is, what the level of risk is, but they're definitely
because they don't have any skin in that game,
right?
It's not their business down there on Main Street.
And that's the thing, it's sleepless nights. I run a business, and back in 2009, I remember how dark it got for even us as a very well-established company. You have any idea what it's like to be a 2 or 3 person business retailer out of season here, genuinely worried about making payroll. And You're going to sit there and have them ponder, well, maybe we're going to put meters in this spring that's going to make your summer even worse.
Right.
That's a better.
And then you have to sit there and think, okay, what do I do now? Do I really want to re-sign this lease? Do I want to, what commitments can I make? Because I don't know if they're going to put me out of business.
That's crazy.
Shouldn't happen.
It's not the function of government. Absolutely.
No, I don't think so either. So you got my vote on that.
Well, there you go.
Very good.
My mother now, that's 3.
Very good.
He sounds like us.
We're on a roll now.
That's right.